The number of women who've committed violent crime globally is very small in comparison to male perpetrators. Women are far more likely to be victims rather than perpetrators. But when women do kill their husbands, they are considered to be either highly traumatized, which lead them to murder their partner to find a way out of the living hell, or are considered psychologically unstable. International research illustrates that the majority of women who murder their intimate male partner have been the victim of domestic violence. They act in what they perceive as self-defense or out of total despair by murdering their intimate male partner to end the spate of abuse. Often, the abused women hope that the abuse will end and that the offender will change. But when this does not happen, murder becomes the result of lost hope. One of the women who took part in a study said that the years of humiliation by an abusive husband simply became too much. She explained. She said, "He would always insult me in front of other people. In the road, he would assault me in front of other people. In front of my mother, sometimes in my mother's house, he would come and assault me. I got an interdict against him. My mother and my older sister also had an interdict against him. So I started to carry a knife for protection because he's a gangster. I know he always carries a knife and I've always been afraid of him because he has told me before that he's going to stab me. And he walked towards me, and at that time I took the knife out and I stabbed him because I thought that before he stabs me, I'm going to stab him. And then I actually stabbed him to death. It just happened so simply. I stabbed him just once with the knife." Another woman recalled how she tried to end the relationship through divorce, but when her husband saw the account for a consultation with a lawyer in the house, he became severely abusive. She said, "He wanted to know what was that thing. He chased me around in that house. He wanted to kill me. He wanted to burn down the whole place, and I thought that if a summons should have been appear at his work, he hated embarrassment. He would have killed me. So his death was the only way out." There was also a woman who described the moment of realization as, "It was either him or it was me." She felt profoundly trapped by her husband's abuse and threats. He was constantly armed, had raped both her mother and her, and had threatened to rape their daughter. She said, "I could never sleep in peace because I was too scared I would never open my eyes again. What's going to happen to my kids? Will he do the same to them or what? So I just felt that I have to do something about it. Sometimes I'm proud I'm in prison because I'd rather be in prison than watch him rape my daughter." Is there something like murder in self-defense? As a rule, the South African law does not support community justice, vigilantism, or taking the law into your own hands, but rather that citizens act within the law. There are, however, circumstances when an individual has to gain the necessary or immediate redress that will not be achieved by waiting for the law to intervene. In such circumstances, the law permits the individual a right to resort to self-defense. The state condones private retaliation, but rather that natural reason permits one to defend oneself against danger. Under South African law, killing in self-defense is justified if and only if there's an ongoing or imminent illegal attack and the self-defense is reasonable and proportionate to that attack. Abuse is wrong, and any form of abuse should be reported to the police, or the victims can contact the Gender-Based Violence Command Center by phoning them or SMSing the word help or utilizing the USSD Please Call Me number. If you want to read more about mariticide as a deadly form of domestic violence, why don't you contact Savamus's offices? Or why don't you subscribe to Savamus to read more about very interesting safety and security issues? Thanks for watching. We hope to see you again next week. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel.